Alright. Got that QTQ game. Not against Low Fat, we're against Beansontoast. Low Fat didn't have time for the second game, so we're gonna go into our game here against Beans here first. Immediately hit with terrible, terrible, terrible options. This is really, really bad. Shoot. That's a bird. This one's terrible. Turkey Vulture does face right. Oh yeah. Just run Turkey Vulture. Take a long spur because it's kind of good. And keep Blue Winged Warbler. I don't justify it. I mean, long spur we can justify it. There's long-term utility. Falconer, backyard. I mean, Falconer, big. Bird is a bit of a trap. Tentatively, we take Ended Honey Eater. Just do this and aggressively flip the trap. Not looking good. This is really quite an abysmal hand. We got not on edge of map. Ugh. Oh, I mean, this Black Swan is interesting because there, but in-game bird, not a start-of-game bird, so we really need to do something. Anything. This thing here's taking a breeze. Who knows, maybe we first pull Raven or something. We don't have any problems at all. Oh, we'll find out. I think my microphone's a bit quiet. Karamako. Not the bird we were hoping to find, unfortunately. Yeah, my microphone's very quiet. There we go, that's so much better. I've got auto balanced yesterday. Please play Forest Owlet or something like that. Karamako is kind of interesting as a bird. Are you playing Mage Duck? Alright, we are in a fair bit of trouble. Hello. Goodbye problem. I think we do this, because I think we will play... I think we will play this Pileated Woodpecker. I don't think I'm going to use its ability, but I'm going to use it. I'm going to play it. Great Indian Bastards come up. I suspect that gets taken away from us, but that's fine. Alright. This is actually kind of cool. We are going to we're going to take the red wattled lapwing. What the hell? Why you take this terrible bird? Well, discard any number from the tray, then refill it. This, in conjunction with killdeer, is effectively a white stork. So we're going to slam this woodpecker, take some food, then play this lapwing. Wow, my opponent's going hard. They're finding a lot of good birds, though. I mean, I have to take these two birds. There's no choice, they're too good. We have to... Oh, we reveal Kookaburra. That's not good. I think my opponent should take Kookaburra here. See what they do though. House Finch, Angry, Shrike Thrush. Alright, we're taking these. And we actually reveal White Stork. I think Blackbird comes up. I mean, I just cannot let you have that. I just cannot let you have that. Do I want it though? Blackbird Killdeer is kind of okay. Even Voxer Swift is pretty good. Alright, we got some stuff to work with now. How do we want to play this? I think we definitely want to play Blackbird. Blackbird here, Strike Thrush here, and then build into House Finch and stuff. I think that works. I think that makes a lot of sense. And then we will play our bonus birds. We'll build out a forest of like Strike Thrush. I think maybe even I want Finch in the forest. We're gonna abandon this lapwing plan, I think. Goldeneye makes a lot of sense. Do I do Blackbird? Blackbird for the bonus egg, probably. We should be a little bit strategic, take off the turkey vulture. They still have to lay eggs. But we know that's coming, and like Kookaburra and stuff will be very good. Oh, Kookaburra will proc turkey vulture! Let's go! Turkey vulture value! Let's go! I always forget about that interaction. Yeah, we can get Strike Thrush, and then you know, at some point we can think about Pileated. I don't think I think Pileated might be not the play this game. Sri Lanka Blue Magpies come on. Our opponent might fancy that. What did they end up doing? They ended up playing White Stork. Okay. They did indeed go for it. Well, Kestrel is kind of interesting, but we are definitely going to play Strike Thrush. And grab our extra food. I mean, the Kestrel and the Marsh Harrier are like kind of interesting because of Falconer, but like, not strongly feeling anything here. We will make some more food. Wow, good job. I think we definitely do House Finch into our forest. The Juniper Titmouse. Yeah. I mean, I don't hate picking up this Kestrel. 5 points. Fills out the forest. Yeah, I don't hate that. No bunting. Okay, that's a bit spooky. We'll see if Snow Bunting stays in the tray. I think my opponent probably wants to pivot here. Yellow Rump Wobbler, well... if we're gonna tuck, we might as well tuck 2, right? Or if we're gonna tuck, we might as well tuck 3, right? I don't know. I think we still... so much good stuff coming up. I can't get it all. I mean, they're gonna take Bellsvario for sure. Minor. I mean, so much good stuff coming up. Just have to get going and do something. So I think we can still do House Finch here, maybe. We can do... what do I do? Just do the double tuck and draw in the tuck and lay. I really think I need to play this Kestrel. Maybe the Yellow Rump Wobbler just isn't good enough. We are losing all of these end of rounds. That's kind of bad. Think about this. They could, yeah. I think I'm gonna do it this way. And then maybe I play Pileated. I think Pileated is too good to ignore here. With my opponent having White Stork, I mean, I'm not White Stork and Goldeneye. I'm not that worried about eggs. We can play this Kestrel here if we need to. No bunting comes in. Bit annoying. I think we delay. Just try and get as many points as we can. I don't think we're playing Fox the Swift anymore. Call a Dove, okay. White-faced Ibis is pretty good. 10-point bird. Alright, we've got something of a plan now. I'm pretty happy with this. And we can do food, we can play we can play very Turtle Dove has come up. I can just cycle into it, it's fine. We're gonna skip this. I'm gonna cycle into the Turtle Dove. Oh, Sister Cola, it's a good bird. I really don't like doing this, but... Okay, now we just have to play birds. We need to very quickly assemble some stuff into the wetlands. Should be doable. What are we cycling? What don't we like here? Kestrel. White throat's not super good for us, so that's fine. Do we want Sister Cola? Probably not. Blackbird we don't care about. We play Ibis. Probably take this spot here. We risk getting cut off, but I mean, I think it's probably the best spot we can take. Well, I can take that spot. That's probably better, right? Yeah, okay. We can take this spot and do a little bit of connection. Probably take food again and then decide what to play. Maybe taking food again is the correct thing to do. I'm unsure. It'll be tough. Indian vultures come up. Superb lyrebird, okay. Interesting. Indian vulture might be interesting. Canvasback, not interesting. Ugh, that's annoying. You cut me off there. It's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna get rinsed on these ends of rounds, but that's okay. We just need to play our birds that need to be played. So Ibis, Boombill, Busted. We just have to rapidly unload as many birds as possible. You used up my thing. Of course you did. Alright. Get this into the game first. We should do that. Well, I can actually... Actually, this... Doing like Busted is better, I think. And I think we want to draw a card here. just to have things to cycle. Then I think we can even play this long spur. Can we? No, we shouldn't play long spur. Oh, we should play long spur, just we shouldn't play it right now. Like a blue magpie, I'm not that scared of that. They've gone to 6, so we just need to be mindful. Take the extra card. And we'll take ESP. Alright, let's simplify things dramatically. We have a very clear endgame now. We want to play Turtle Dove, Vulture, Long Spur. Oh, we can't play all of them. Oh, yes we can. Yes we can. And if we get an opportunity, we would like to play... I mean, Turtle Dove for food, probably. If we can play this Ibis, that would be good. But it's going to be very difficult. Plains Wanderers come up. We might want that. We'll take Plains Wanderer. If I use this, then he uses that, so You're gonna take food, because you're just gonna dump food everywhere, so I have to skip that, that's very annoying. And then we can cycle away. We're not gonna play Collared Dove this game. Does this change anything? Probably not. What do we want to do? Do we do Turtle Dove to where? Okay. How do we do this? One of my best plays. Indian Vulture. Is Indian Vulture even good here? Probably not. Indian Vulture is good because it's free. I think we want to play Turtle Dove. I don't think really this matters too much. Guess maybe that prevents a connection at some point. Maybe they don't have a... Yes. Oh, Max the Mech Engineer. I love that. Take the food. Then what do we want to do? You want to do Vulture Longspur maybe? Vulture Plains Wanderer? We have one extra turn that we need to use up. It's probably just going to be an egg-laying turn. That's the best way to score points, I think. The 5-point turn if we do that. Furio. And I could do Long Spur. Take food. What do we get with food? We get 2 points plus this versus 4 points. I think we have to be conservative here. So the best thing then is play this Vulture. And then we make a judgment call on Long Spur versus Plains Wanderer. Probably Plains Wanderer. I mean, what else am I looking for, really? Like, we're kind of holding the 2 best bonus cards in the game. Like, Bird Counter, maybe? Maybe I just value the extra point off the Long Spur, if that's the case. They both face left, so I can't get this one. Our grouping is just an absolute mess. I think we just do Long Spur for Alright, it's 1 point. It's 1 point. If we end up tying, then it's okay. Alright. Alright, bird counter, there you are. Alright. Flames Wanderer shut me up. Fair play, little bird. Literally the 5th card. It's a real shame we couldn't play the Longspur as well, but 1 food short. What a weird game. Oh, our opponent's done some good stuff as well. Painted bunting and stuff. Just lay down here. We'll tuck this guy. Skip. Oh, they're able to tie the nectar. Okay. And then what? Just take food, I guess? I mean, there is some good stuff going on here. No nectar in the wetlands, though. It was a bit interesting. So it just didn't work out for them this game. Oh, we get to lay on a bird. I think they might have used pileated more than I did. They're in pretty close. This was a really good lyrebird angle, so fair play. Fair play to them. You're gonna have a lot of caches, so it's gonna be like 11 caches, all things said and done. You're gonna have quite a few eggs. I mean, our strength is bonus cards. We kind of pulled all of the good ones. We can take Viticulturalist. Alright, let's see how we did. Bird points, we're really behind. Bonus cards, we should claw that back. And then some. End of round goals should be about even. Eggs, close. Food on cards, we get blown out. Tucked cards, we should have a slight edge. Nectar, we win that slightly. Duet tokens, a 1 point victory. That's very, very, very close. Wow, okay. Yeah, we didn't play very high value birds. This House Finch was a bit of a letdown, and they had the right stuff to counter us, so they did good stuff there. Yeah, I think their inability to score Nectar in the wetlands was the difference, so that's kind of big for us. We mucked up the woodpecker once or twice. We should have played smarter around that, but all in all, we did enough. I think I might want to review this game, though. I think there's definitely areas where we could have played better, but one of those things where you never know until after the game. So I might review it. And they didn't play Busted, so Busted could have been huge as well. But I guess they would have been busted in site selection, so fair play that they didn't. So, oh well, get used to my opponent. We got another game to play against them, so we'll see how that one goes, and we'll see you in the next one.
Yo, what's up? We're getting some bonus content here. I said I wanted to review the game, and I'm finally getting a chance to actually do that, so that's why we're here. I've already had a once through this again, and I'm not really too sure what we could have done differently. I mean, you always gotta start with your starting hand. Like, was there a better keep than what we ended up keeping? And I mean, the answer is just no. Arguably, maybe you take Green Pheasant from the tray and play Green Pheasant or something like that, but it doesn't particularly seem like a super compelling play, if that makes any sense. Like, it's very average. So I think Turkey Vulture being free, qualifying one of the bonus spaces, absolutely useful. We don't end up playing the Longspur this game. We do end up considering it right at the end. We end up deciding Plains Wanderer. But I think in another universe, maybe we could have got Longspur and Plains Wanderer down, and not relied on the Vulture. So I feel like it was a right keep, right? I don't think this was the wrong thing to keep. It just didn't work out this game because we had better things to play. But I think Longspur is generally a pretty bird. So this is fine, you know, getting Carmichael annoying, and then you flip the tray on turn 1, you see Palladian Woodpecker and Killdeer. Now, this is awesome because Killdeer solves all of our problems. Palladian Woodpecker solves a number of problems. And we're very happy with that. So, but our opponent has Major Duck, which is a cavity nest. So, when we're in this situation, we're gonna take the rip that way. Hold on, I gotta mute this before you get audio back. All right, so we're in this situation now. Our opponent, what you could do here is you know, if I start giving eggs with the woodpecker, then her main duck gets insane and gets a ton of value out of it. We kind of don't want that to happen, right? So I can't play Palladian Woodpecker. I probably want to play it at some point, or I would consider playing it at some point, but regardless, we have Killdeer. And I think zeroing in on this water lapping and the potential combo between Killdeer and Lapwing is valid. I think that that's an interesting combination. It does work. I've had it used against me, and I think it's very strong. So I think I defend here also getting the random and the Lapwing. I think that's completely fine. We don't end up playing the Lapwing, but I think it's a pretty decent option, especially if we need to search for a better birds to lay. The problem in this game is that the tray just gets out of control really quickly. Like, the tray gets flipped and we see busted Shelduck Spoonbill. Like, hello. Like, I think my opponent is correct to take the... Well, I don't know if they're correct to take the Shelduck, but... I mean, busted and Spoonbill... I mean, we want to be playing these birds 99 times out of 100. I mean, maybe busted is less interesting because we already have Longspur, and Longspur is probably the better option, but... I mean, we have to take these. Like, we shouldn't leave them. Okay, great. Still, everything is fine. We can still play that way. We can still do Palladian Woodpecker. That's totally fine. Then my opponent, what does she do? She takes Kookaburra, right? Kookaburra, yeah. So, and I think maybe... Where is this? Yeah, she takes Kookaburra, and then we're at this position. And... House Inch, I mean, that seems like a pretty decent pivot out in the forest. Shrek Thrush is a pretty good playable bird. You could very easily do... could you do that? No, you can't do that. So you could do like a Shrek Thrush and then draw one more time and then kind of pivot into a full forest game. Use Palladian eggs. I mean, you're kind of chilling at that point. So again, I think I defended the decision to get House Finch. And then the White Stork comes along. Okay, cool. Like, okay, we're pretty much guaranteed to put into a forest now. And now I think here is probably the first actual mistake. I think I looked at Stork Blackbird and I was like, there's no way I can let my opponent have this. We have to deny it. So I got in my head that I'm thinking Blackbird Killdeer, really strong combination, and it's okay. My experience playing this particular combination is not so hot, actually. I don't usually score particularly well when I have these two birds together. And it's because they don't have high base value, and you don't actually want to be playing... Like, okay, sometimes you can play like a full all-in Grasslands engine with like Rook, Desert Wheatear, Blackbird, and all that kind of fun stuff. But like normally you don't get to do that. Normally you're gonna use your Grasslands a couple of times to get all the eggs you need while searching out cards, and then pivot into a forest and just play bonus birds, basically. That tends to be like the best killed game. So I think this Blackbird was probably an error. I think we probably should have spent the whim to flip the tray, and I think that would have probably been a more defensible decision, or just ignore the Blackbird entirely. Like, Blackbird Stork isn't fantastic because they don't have any way of getting rid of the eggs, so the eggs just accumulate, and while you can score points, unless you've got the rest of the end to go with it, maybe you shouldn't be too scared of it. My opponent's got this GoldenEye going in, and the GoldenEye is pretty good egg solution, so that already means Blackbird was bad for them anyway. And then we go one step further, and we actually play Blackbird into the grasslands, and I think this could also be the next era. I think maybe it might have been better to play the Shrike Thrush at this point, just so we're ready to take food and do food-related activities, and then we could easily go food, Blackbird, stuff, but yeah, I think, yeah, a bit awkward, I think, to have doing it in this order. Like, I think the Blackbird did what? It got us an extra egg from a bonus base, like, who cares? And then the trade just, it's fine, we get our food, we start putting, like, this Strike Thrush in 3 here was massive, but over the course of the game it evened out. Here I don't know why I'm doing egg, actually. I think we probably should have just played Housefinch. Also, I got baited by this Kestrel. This Kestrel is always bad. Why am I playing this? So I think we should just, like, slam Housefinch and just start taking food and just cycle our way to, get up to the slot in our forest, then take eggs. Who cares about the 5-point Kestrel? That's not a game-winning bird. That doesn't do anything for us. Like, just, who cares? Anyway, we cycle it away, and then what turns up Snow Bunting, and Snow Bunting is amazing for my opponent in this game. It immediately gives them a counter to my Housefinch, it gives them a counter to my Blackbird. Like, that is a huge value bird for them. And then when they take that away, there's a Yellow-Rump Warbler, and for some reason I'm like, oh, I must take this away. Which again, I think that's not really the right decision either. The Violet Green Swallow is better than the Housefinch, so that's defensible. But we didn't know that's what we're getting. We're getting in there to deny Yellow-Rump Warbler. I think at this point of the game, I don't think my opponent even wants Yellow-Rump Warbler. They have White Stork for their food needs, card needs. So I think that there was probably a downfall. I think we spent too many times laying eggs without making progress in our forest. And I think that kind of just slowed everything down. Like, these are not high value birds that we're playing. We've got a grand total of like 9 bird points at the moment. We really need to be playing some, like, I don't know, something better. So we could have done Housefinch, then done Pileated or whatever. This Sister Cola was probably worth denying, but hard to know that in the moment. I mean, Sister Cola is actually pretty good on Duet, just because it gives you an extra Duet token. Speaking of Duet, I also think, like, a decision around where I put this Pileated token was also really bad. So, alright, we've established, probably should have done Housefinch, probably should have done food, cycle, then we get Green Swallow or whatever, and we play the Green Swallow or the Snow Bunting or whatever it is, and we can just have a bit of game. But I also think my token placement here was, like, just really off. So, Pileated Woodpecker, like, I have 2 choices, this berry spot, or the fruit spot, or this cavity nest. But, like, why aren't I taking this? I'm not going to compete on this end of round, I'm getting slammed. I think, like, just sucking up and taking this token spot was just the smarter play. But okay, fine. Maybe you can be aspirational. Maybe I'm thinking, I want to take this one with the Kestrel, and that's going to get me to 3, and then maybe we're in contention. Fine. That's justifiable. Not good, but justifiable. Now, Housefinch. Why am I taking here? They've gone up to 5. Why aren't I just taking this bowl spot and just connecting through? Because, like, that's what we're going to do anyway. Like, yeah. I think that is a little bit silly. So I also think my token placement was really just, like, not that good this game. And so playing Housefinch here is also a really big feels bad. Basically, in my experience, when you play a column 4 forest bird at the start of round 3, sorry, you're usually only going to use it 3 times. Maybe 4 if you're lucky, but usually 3 times. So even something like a Galar, which is like, 5-point Tuktu, very, very good bird, that usually is only good for 11 points total before you worry about egg costs, things like that. So playing a Housefinch, which is already a 1-point play after egg, is, like, annoying. So I think the Housefinch was a mistake. I know why I did it in the moment, because I was very much thinking my opponent has the Snow Bunting. I don't want to tuck on the Swallow and give him a tuck. Maybe at least I can get more value out of it by tucking too. So I don't know. So that house finch was also a bit of a problem, but I mean, I also don't have that many better things to be playing. Maybe that was another problem. Maybe we just weren't getting the right birds that we needed to get. I don't know. Yeah, I think realistically speaking, we're very lucky to win this game. I think Beans did a really good job. As reflected in the score. I mean, 119 to 118. I think if they'd been able to plan any nectar in the wetlands, they win this game. And I think it's very lucky for me that they didn't. But yeah, I don't think we played particularly well. We got bailed out by some excellent bonus cards, Mechanical Engineer, Endangered Species Protector. I mean, what more could you ask for? You don't get those every game. I think normal bonus cards, we lose this game by like 20 points. And I think it's because we weren't playing around our grasslands appropriately. The blackbird is so out of place. It's not a bird we actually should be super interested in playing. I say this, and like at the time of recording, I've just played a game where I literally did kill the blackbird, which maybe I'll review that game at some point. But I just so out of place. We should have just pivoted full forest, just stuck to the forest, just cycled to the house finch. Maybe then the snow bunting doesn't get in our face. Then we can delete it and we can do all kinds of fun stuff and just play a monster forest game, play our bonus birds, because we had them, we had Longspur and all that kind of fun stuff, and just play a much better game. Instead, we had to get very lucky, and we did get very lucky. And yeah, full credit to Beans though. I think she played amazing. So yeah, a little bit of some post-game thought here now that I've had a moment to sit here and look at this over and digest things. So I hope that's interesting. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one.